And you don't want to go too deep, because then if you make your neck too thin, you'll go through. Okay. Where's my fretting hammer? Rage, where did you put my fretting hammer? Rage actually came in here and cleaned the shop. He cleaned up a bunch of stuff and fixed some things. In the pile, yeah. Hey, Spacey, thank you for that follow. No, that one still doesn't want to go in. Hammering it in is okay if it's a nice tight fit. That's ideal, but it looks like I didn't get enough. What happened? There they are. Orbiter, what's going on? Where's my effing hammer? Then I just lost it. So if you guys aren't following Orbiter Guitars, check them out. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this truss rod, but it'll do. Like I said, it'll do for this one. I do want these necks, I do them, they're the same thickness as a standard Fender neck, but I do the profile different. Just taking a quick food break. Oh man. Orb, I saw there's this Canadian luthier who does guitars out of old pinball machine tops, like tables and stuff, and I thought of you. It actually looks pretty cool. I know Fender did it, but there's this guy, I think that's like his jam. I forget what his name is, but I found this guy in Ontario because I was just looking up. I don't know how I randomly found it, but it was like, I found a bunch of stuff on pinball. Yeah, I'll send you, I'll drop the link in the Discord. Anyway, it just reminded me of you. It's like those would combine two of Orbiter's favorite things. So someday, Orb, we'll have to do an Orbiter pinball machine guitar. And you know what'd be really cool? You know what else? I have a bunch of kill switches. I have a bunch of like arcade kill switches. So it would need to have I was just thinking, I was like, oh, that would be a really cool thing. And then have some little kill switches on it and stuff. We did forget to move the bench back. Anyway, I gotta finish up a bunch of stuff, but I'm always thinking about other guitars. other guitars in the future. Someday. Soon. That's why I just say soon. It's all of it will be eventually. But the thing got me thinking, yeah, you know, I was like just thinking about, because I was looking into the pinball machine stuff, and I'm like, well, what is so appealing about that artwork? And it's because they're actually silk screened, right? So it's like you wouldn't necessarily need to salvage an old pinball machine, even though that's cool. Like you can just buy the decks on eBay. I was looking into it, right? But then I was like, oh, it would just be cool to just silk screen that style of art on it and then just make the top, like then you can actually have the art kind of go with the whole thing. Anyway, that's what I would do. And then I was just looking at silk screening art onto guitars as well. So many different things, how like one thing will lead to another thing. But someday, a pinball guitar. I would like to do more art stuff to a certain degree. Oh, that one needs to go way deeper. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways one could go about it. I'm more about just kind of the art piece of it, you know? It would just be a cool art piece. Which I want to do. It's just like when I get some time to do some art. That's why I appreciate, I was saying it the other day, Manny, when Manny wants to just make something, he'll just make it. He'll just come up with a concept and then boom, he just starts to do it. Like the koi fish one with the comic strip down the fingerboard. It's a good concept. I would mull over that and over that and over that. Make it a hollow by with a working pinball machine inside. Oh man. You've been looking at 80s cassette futurism? I'm going to have to look that up. Gata Logic. Pinball on it. Oh man. If somebody can figure out how to make that work, that would be an amazing concept. That would be in the pinball museum for sure. Yeah. I circle and circle and circle ideas, and then I finally execute eventually. But I will circle and circle and circle and think about it and think about it and think about it, and then when I'm ready, then I just do it. But I don't like to just dive right in and work it out as I go. I like to have it pretty much figured out before I start. But that's just how I am. One of my art teachers said that he found that with his students, when he gave an assignment, he would be like, some of them will just circle it for a week, and then other people will just dive right in and work it out as they go throughout the week. And then the person circling around will do it like the night before and just get it all done the night before. And they both get it delivered, at the same time. It's just a different kind of method for how you go about it. I find I'm more like that. I really don't like these truss rods. They are so fat. See how that looks. Yeah. What about a pinball flipper trim? What about that? You orbit. I circle, you orbit. Okay, Standing with Leather, you have a good night as well. But yeah, have a trim, a palm trim flipper. It's almost in. Nice. Everybody's brain is different. Use the plunger as the trim bar. Yeah. Oh man. That's the thing. That's what's interesting to see other luthiers work on stream, because you kind of see how they approach certain problems and the kind of creative solutions that they come up with, you know? Especially when you start doing concept stuff. Like, there's a lot of different ways to incorporate a theme, right? But everyone will kind of do it differently. Oh, so close. What is wrong here? I just hate digging down too much. Just don't want to dig down too much. Let's see how deep I've gone so far. So this thing is 10.6, and I've gone down 10. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, your sweet solution to the truss rod problem? What was that, Rage? Yeah, like you could do a plexiglass top on it if you wanted it to be like transparent. Like you could do it. It could be done. Someday, soon. Yeah. That's the thing. When you do a concept like that, it's also very niche. And it's fun to do something like that, but then you have to find, there's only one person I know who would want a pinball guitar, and that's Orb, right? So when you do something really, really specific like that, you kind of limit, though I'm sure there'd be a lot of people into it, but right now I'm trying to make stuff as generally appealing as I can, for the most part. Very. Orb's pickup winder, yeah, I did see it. I can't wait. I need some orbiter. I got my Rage pickups the other day. I got my first set of Rage. I got my Rage humbucker set in. I haven't put them in the guitar yet. We'll find out soon enough. Soon. So Orb, you were saying your first Orb 90s? These pickups will launch you into orbit. Orb, you were saying that your first bit of stuff will just be kind of more repairing old, like broken pickups. And then you're going to start getting into winding your own stuff. You set it up today? Nice. Oh, so close. So close. It's just a little bit high. Yeah, these are a real pain. I don't like these truss rod. But whatever. I'll inlay them. They'll be okay. But I'm definitely not going to use them again. Not again. I need to take it down 0.3 millimeters more. The Humdingers. Humbucker repairs first, then some buckers to build, and some mini humbuckers and P90s. Nice. Well, when you got your P90s figured out, that's what I want. I want some orbiter. I want some dirty 70s style P90s. I want some orbiter P90s. When you get there, no rush, but same with, I know it's a process. I haven't even started that yet. I'm telling Rage, I want some Rage humbuckers, which he sent me the first set, so we'll see how those sound. I was telling Jer got his pickup winder. I was like, I need a telly set. So I get my humbuckers from Rage, I get P90 from Orb, and I'll get my telly set from Jer. That's what I want. That's what I want. Eventually. You'll make some pickups. I know Gatalogic, like winding pickups is an art unto itself. I wanted to do it and I said I was going to do it and then I didn't. And then everyone else did it. And so now I'm like, great, they can figure it out. And then they can tell me the secrets. So many things to learn, which isn't bad. It's nice to be excited about things and to be like, oh, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn how to wind pickups. I think all that stuff is really good to know. There's just more tools in your toolkit when you have those abilities. But I think that's the thing when you actually know stuff, you also know how hard it is to learn things. And I don't take that lightly. Like, yeah, I can understand the principles of like how pickups are made and why and all those things. But I totally get that there's an art to it. And whenever you approach anything, I think it's good to approach it with a bit of humility. That it's like you don't know everything and that it won't just come right away, and that's okay, and you just work through it and just keep doing it over and over again until you get it right, you know? Soon, Jer, soon. I need some Texas Teletone. Proprietary. Actually, that's the thing. That's the cool thing, Jer, about the CNC pickup winder is that it can be replicated. So if you can do it for like rapid prototyping. Or you could even prototype a proprietary pickup, you know, and then be like, here's the specs of what I came up with, you know. So that if somebody did want their own, like, that's kind of an interesting thing that you can do with that pickup winder is you could be like, that's a thing that you'll prototype pickups for clients. Because that's a thing that's kind of like, of course, like if the client wants are there mini humbucker size P90s? I think there are. But savable and repeatable. Yeah, like where it saves your motions. That would be interesting. Where it can save your hand movement and then just repeat that. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because then it could get, if it could record kind of the subtle nuances of your hand wound. Okay, truss rod. You're going in now. You're going in. Ah. What is the... What is the problem here? It's just ever so slightly. Wonder if that's just the... No, I can feel it. It's not just the tape. Sorry about that. I want it completely flush, and it's just a little bit sticking up, like just a tiny, tiny amount. Okay. I don't know which part is not deep enough. Sorry, I lost track. Yeah. Dr. Big, how is the fat cat? I've seen those fat cats. How do they sound? Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go about it. I don't know. I know how the process is. I've never done it. So it's like I don't know what's kind of a key thing that you have to kind of replicate. What gives it its mojo? I hate that. Why? Why is it just... Okay, it's good. It's good. It's right. It's right there. Nope. I think it's maybe the... it's just not wide enough. That the curve I put in there, because it's curved, is just... It just needs to be... Not necessarily deeper, the curve needs to be wider. Never doing these truss rods again. I knew they would be trouble. Those low profile ones are so easy. But I get what I pay for. They still work fine. Okay, let's check these depths. 1053, 10, 9, 9. It is deep enough. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Sorry, I lost track of chat there, but I wonder if it's the plastic is bunching up around there. No, why? That is so freaking annoying. Just a tiny bit. It's like just ever so slightly, just a little too, just not quite deep enough. It's not quite deep enough. There we go. See how that goes. Let's see how that goes. You can also purchase pickups. It's true. You don't have to wind your own. You can just buy them. The person playing it brings the mojo. It's true, Freefall. So I was telling people about this before, but we had a bunch of P90s in the shop, and we had this one guitar. It was kind of a B stock. There was just a few things, minor things wrong with it, but it's still playable as an instrument, right? And so we had all these P90s, and we threw in these like just the super cheap Amazon P90s, the ones that were like, they're like $25 for the set. Hey, Death Steez, thank you for that follow. Anyway, we had this guy come in. He's just this really good jazz player, and he made that thing sound so good that it's like it really drove home the fact that skill, like this guy can make any guitar sound good, and ability does a lot. I get it if you're doing a song where you want a really specific sound. I totally understand why you would want certain pickups, but skill does a lot. A good guitarist can make any guitar sound good. Any guitar, any pickups. Have you ever tried the stacked single coils, Dr. Big? You can get some stacked. Seymour Duncan does a stacked Strat set, so it's like you just get a little bit. They're less noisy. You get a little more oomph out of them. They're just a little less quiet, but you still have that Strat sound. Yeah. Tone is in the fingers, yeah. I hate this truss rod. It does not want to go in. Clean it up a little bit more. It's not by much, but it is there. Same with in the back here. There's something inhibiting it. You want it, it's like really fine. You want it just below the fingerboard. You don't want a gap. You want it exactly flush. You want it exactly flush with this. So when your fingerboard goes on, it's already touching the fingerboard, but it's not pushing against it. If there's a gap there, if it's sticking up just slightly and you glue that fingerboard down, it will inhibit its ability for the glue to stick down. It might cause the fingerboard to eventually lift off. So you want your, if it's too deep, it could rattle. If it's too high, it can cause other problems with your fingerboard. So it's kind of like you want it just right. You want it perfect. You know, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but you want it as perfect as possible, which is not easy to do. Hey, Rockin' Raj, thank you for that resub. I appreciate that. Get yourself some more. You got some more Hanks there with your resub. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have any. I don't have any little emotes for when you do a year. I should probably have those things, but I don't. I'm just going to scrape a little bit more out of here, but I really don't want to take off. Again, I don't want to take off more material than I have to. Like that's deep enough. That's deep enough. That's deep enough. So I don't know what the problem is because it is deep enough. What's the trouble here? Why don't it want to work? Hey, Crafty Dero, thank you for that follow. Why it no not work? I'll get there. I'll get there. Oh, I wonder if it's the plastic is bunching up on the side here. Could be. Could be. Okay. Where is... Nope. It's... that is super annoying. And then it bunches up here. It bunches up in the back and it bunches up at the end. Which implies that it's kind of like bent a little bit. Oh, I wonder... Is this thing, is it loose? You just put a cheap Hot Rails copy in your Strat? How do you like it? It's louder. 1 year, 3 months, and 24 days. It's been a while. Okay. Ugh. Like I said, Well, I have one more of these truss rods to inlay, and then that's probably the last time I'll ever use these things. These things are super annoying. Even if the low profile ones are a little bit more expensive, at least it's like I don't have to waste my time trying to get the perfect inlay. Now, what's the problem back here? Okay. Okay. You're going to see me triumph. I'm going to triumph over this. Hey, you're from Vancouver there, Crafty? So my shop is in East Van. Jack Frost, what's going on? You still like your Hondo pickups there? So for those just joining, I know there's a bunch of new people. I guess I should have brought this up. If anybody's interested, I'm doing a ukulele giveaway in 7 days. In about 1 week. 1 week, we're giving away this ukulele. Get your tickets now. You got 1 week. You've been accumulating your hanks. You still have time if you don't have enough hanks. But this is the next giveaway. To enter the giveaway, you have to be a subscriber. You use your loyalty points called hanks to buy more tickets. But you get one just when you subscribe. But this is the next giveaway. Handmade ukulele out of maple and Indian rosewood. So 1 week to go, everybody. Free fall. Tickets are $2,500 each. So that's the next one. Could be my final ukulele giveaway. Jack Frost, you have enough for a ticket, though you don't care. He just doesn't care. Couldn't be bothered. Just couldn't be bothered. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Oh. Come on. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. What can I use? I need to hammer. I need a dowel. Where's a dowel? That's what I need. I need to hammer that thing in. There we go. Just needs to squish in a tiny bit. Oh, okay, finally, it's in. Good news, everybody. Oh, but this side is not. This side does not want to go in. There we go. But that's good. It's nice and snug. Snug is good. Even if it is annoying to get it like that. That means there won't be any rattling. Is that your birthday? Is June 1st, Jack? Tempting. My last ukulele giveaway in a while. Like I said, I don't see myself doing another uke giveaway for a while. So keep that in mind. Okay. What is wrong? Right there. So there we go. Okay, so that's inlaid. There we go. So the truss rod is in there. The truss rod is what keeps, allows you to adjust the neck. It has an Allen key bolt in the top of it, and you can pull it either way. May 31st, sorry. The giveaway is June 1st, not your birthday. June 1st, Jack. So it's 8 days away. Yeah, it finally I got it down. That's I don't know if I want to use these. I have a second one that I have to inlay now too. See if this one goes better than the other one. I should have done the other one first. But anyway. That's fine. Like I said, it'll just mean it's more snug, more secure. You don't want any rattling in your neck. So that's good. You'll move the birthday then. Just be born on a different day. Come on. Okay, that one's done. Now I got the other neck to go. So this one is getting the ebony fingerboard. That one is going to get a rich light fingerboard. Dicel, how are you doing tonight? Hey, thank you for following Zach XT. What else? Yes, so I have to get the other one. The other one. Speaking of strats, I will be doing a my Roya with a strat layout in a similar way that I do my big river as like a telly layout. So I've got this one. I was already showing before. This is a paint grade body of alder, which is really nice regardless. Alder is a really good body wood. Not too heavy. Paints really well. It's not very porous. So this one's going to just be a black gloss body. I have some tortoise shell pickguard pattern, so it'll be black. It'll be black with like a red fingerboard or pickguard, chrome hardware, rich light, all black fingerboard, and I'm thinking about just dyeing the maple neck red, so it'll all be like black, red, and chrome, which I think will look pretty nice. There's a little bit of flame in this wood. Rage left this for me when he was coming up, so I have neck wood for this one, just to kind of show that I can do kind of like just regular style stuff that's not too, if not everyone's into wood bodies, you know, not everyone's into that. Maybe they want a Hank Bud, but they're just like, look, Hank, I just want something shiny and blue. I understand you just want something shiny and blue. Not everyone wants a really nice piece of wood. I get it. I'm not going to try and convert those people, even though they're obviously wrong. It's not my place to facilitate their. It's not my place to show them how wrong they are. I have a buddy. He's a carpenter. He's a wood guy, and he was telling me that he's just like, everyone thinks I like wood guitars, but really, I just want a blue Mustang. And it's like, really? And he's like, yeah, a shiny metallic blue Mustang is what I want. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Yeah. So you gotta facilitate that. Hey, Jado01, thank you for that follow. It is outrageous. It is outrageous, Zach. But anyway, so here's what I was thinking though. So this one's going to be like black and red and chrome. Black, red, and chrome, which actually looks really nice. I've seen some tellies that are like just black and red. Similar layout. It's a very classic one. It's kind of like, you know what else looks really good is like the seafoam green with the tortoise. I was just looking at what that pickguard looks good with. And it looks good with the seafoam green. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It's like I said, I don't usually do pickguards. Hey, Zon Jutik, thank you for that follow. So I had a bunch, actually, speaking of Hondo's Gatalogic, I did a custom pickguard for this guy's Hondo because it was a telly style Hondo, but it was different just enough that you couldn't put a telly pickguard on it, and he wanted a single hot rail in the bridge. So he got matte black. He wanted matte black. This is just covered in dust, but it has a protective sheet over it of plastic. Anyway, he wanted the tortoise and matte black. So I still have this pickguard material. So it's like I might as well use it, just use up what I have, you know. But I think that would look really nice on a black and red. I think would look good. Or just a solid red pickguard as well. I could just, because it has the yellow in it. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it should just be solid red. We'll see. But I have to do my own, because it's my own shape. I have to do my own pickguards on it. So this pearl one was from another commission, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I don't usually do pick guards because actually these are the wrong ones. These are a bunch of like prototypes. Some of them fit, some of them don't. I think that one, you can see it's not, this one isn't quite right. Unless it's right. Some of these are messed up. Oh, I know what it is. Because of the overhang on my fingerboard. That's why these don't quite fit. Anyway, I don't normally do pick guards because I don't really like plastic on my guitars. That one is almost right. Actually, that one's almost right. Anyway, but I have done pick guards before, and I've done wooden pick guards on this one here. So that's a black walnut pick guard, which actually looks pretty good for this guitar and this shape. Like, it is a nice looking pick guard. Rage came up this weekend and he was looking at that, and he was saying, he's like, oh, you need to do a leather pick guard. That would look really nice, because this is very leather looking, and it's like, yeah, that would look nice. A nice leather pick guard on some I don't know, some sort of, this is black limba. It's not a very fancy top. That's why I just had some black limba lying around. It's like black walnut, and I was like, I didn't have anything fancy. Fair enough, Hayes. You got to get up. You have a great night, Hayes. It's good chatting with you. Anyway, so I'm kind of going back to my basics. This was the first big river that I did. So I kind of had, I've changed a few things since then, but I kind of had the basic idea. I've definitely gone a little bit beyond this at this point, but it's still the same shape. It's pretty much the same shape. The shape hasn't changed. The headstock hasn't changed. But what I do with it has changed a bit. So anyway, I'm just getting a lot of what I'm doing right now. I've got, you can see I have a bunch of guitars on the go. It's basically, I'm just coming up with a bunch of showpieces for, I'm not going to a guitar show this year, maybe in the fall, but as of this summer, I'm not going to a guitar show. But we are going to have an open house. Actually, oh, who was it who just followed and said they were from Vancouver? Anyway, we're going to be having an open house here at the shop. If anybody's in the Vancouver area on June 25th, you can come by the shop and check out the guitars in person. And there might be some live music and stuff going on. So that's what I'm getting ready for. We're just going to have our own guitar show with our own bands playing our own guitars, and you're all invited, but anyone we don't like isn't invited. That's what we're doing. But you guys are all invited. I may stream it. I may stream some of it. We'll see. But it should be, I should have everything done. I still have a month to go. Hopefully by the end of this week, tomorrow, I want to start spraying. Yes, Americans are welcome. I just had an American in the shop this weekend. Maybe you've heard of him, Rage Guitars. But Americans can come up. It'll be a good time. I just had Rage here, and we hung out and built guitars and ate burgers and things. Fine time had by all. But it'll be good to have. We were involved in an art crawl in November. That was the first time we've had the public in the shop, and there was wasn't a lot of people, but it was a pretty good crowd, despite the size of it, and there was people asking about my guitars and stuff, but I just wasn't ready at that time to really market the things. So I'm getting ready now. I'm gearing up. I got my merch. Jer, did you see my merch? Jer, you got to see my merch. Have you seen it? Let me show you. I'll show all you guys. I don't have my guitars up on my site yet, but I have merch. Check out my merch there. It's ridiculous. Here, we'll just do a quick peruse through it just because it is absolutely ridiculous what I did here. Yeah, check this out. Here, we'll do a quick scroll through for everybody who hasn't seen my merch yet. I got this up. I don't have the guitar stuff up yet, but let's go to the merch store. We got t-shirts here. Yeah, we got some nice. It's okay merch. It's like you can get Hank on your chest there. And then we got the Pank guitar. We got Hank Bud guitars. We got Hank Bud polo shirts. I watch Hank Bud on Twitch for kids. I watch Hank Bud on Twitch for adults. Your mugs, ceramic mug. Hank juice bottle. Aprons, toques, trucker hats, and yes, sanding underwear. Sanding support underwear. Hey, thank you for following Iron Base Gaming. We got sanding support bras, Hank Bud flags, Hank Bud posters, patches for when you join the violent street gang that is the Hank Bud fan base, iPhones, Burl puzzles. But wait, we're about to get into the best stuff. That's right. Swimwear and ladies' dresses in Burl. That's right. You guys all saw the Burl guitar I'm making. Well, it was so nice that women were asking me. They're like, Hank, your guitars are so beautiful. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I want to wear them. Well, now you can. Now you can wear that Burl guitar. Yeah, Iron Base. We also have socks and pillows too, but we got it all. It was kind of funny. The Burl, so this is the guitar I'm making right now, and it is beautiful. It was so beautiful that I took a photo of it before I put it together, just because I was like, I need to use that somewhere. And then I was making the merch, and then, yeah. Oh, thanks, Iron Base. Anyway, it makes a beautiful guitar. Now, when I finish the guitar, I'm going to have to get one of those dresses that I designed, because I'm a designer. Be a 10 top, yeah. I'm going to have to get a model to wear one of those dresses with my guitar. So now it's created a bunch of problems, is now I have to be looking for models. Of course, I can just hold the guitars. Yeah. Anyway, my life is now very complicated now that I'm running a high-end fashion brand / boutique guitar shop. So, of course, I can just model my guitars, collab with other streamers. I am Dukasoru. I just sent one of my guitars to a pyrographer named Karen Day is my name, and she burns wood, and so I sent her one of my guitars. So I have been collaborating with a few other streamers, but what did you have in mind, Dukasaru? The sandy side is on. It's exfoliating. It's exfoliating Discovian. It's good for your skin. It's sanding support underwear. It helps you sand better by giving you the support you need while you're sanding. Yeah, I do need Emmett. I need models. I need Emmett. Overcome evil. Thank you for that follow. I've got it all. I got a cute dog. I just need some models in some tight burl dresses. They don't even need to be that tight. They just need to be in burl dresses. Also, I did do a burl just regular tank top because it is a nice pattern. I'm going to order a few of those just to see how they actually look because it's just like I made those things. I put them on the thing. I don't know how any of it actually looks, but here we are. Here we are. You got a couple of groupies you can send my way? Guitar groupies? For modeling. Who do you know for modeling? And are they in the Vancouver area? I guess it doesn't really matter. Are there models? Could you model? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? So what I was thinking was I wanted a model. When that guitar is done, you have the model with the guitar. Or something like that. It might be cheesy. If it's cheesy, I'm not going to do it. Like if it's too stupid looking, I'm not going to do it. I'm only going to do it if it looks interesting as an art piece, but I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to do it as kind of like a gimmicky thing just to get attention. I'm only going to do it if it looks nice because I really think that burl pattern looks beautiful. Like, it's not a joke. Like, oh, look at that. Like, if that actually works on a dress or a swimsuit, I think that's really cool, you know? Because it does look like a painting. It is a texture, you know? It is a neat looking texture. Whether it works or not, I've seen people do shirts and like clothes and stuff. You could lose the guitar in the dress. Yeah, that's true. That's another thing. Then it's like, I don't know. I just think it's a interesting thing because it is a nice top and I was trying to find other ways to use it. So we'll see. I'll find something interesting to use it with. It might not just be a joke, but if it is just a joke, that's fine too. But if it actually is some nice swimwear, Rage will model it. Rage, you can model the underwear. Like that's the thing is all those models on the merch site, that is all projected, right? And it just gives you a rough idea of this is what it will look like. But you don't actually know exactly what it's going to look like. So I wouldn't mind. I have to order some samples and see what this stuff. But it's an interesting way. I think for me, it's just another, if you guys notice on all the drawings and everything, all the artwork on all that stuff I did myself. I didn't I didn't hire an illustrator to do it. I did it all myself. So I treated the merch like just more art that I was making. It's just another extension of art I'm doing. So it's just fun stuff that I'm doing as just like another interesting thing. So that I want to kind of incorporate into my guitar building is like I'm also an artist. So how do I bring that into the guitar building how do I bring in more other artists to kind of collaborate with and stuff like that, musicians and things like that. Just things like that. I'm just looking at other ways to promote the stream. Just do things. I like doing things. Oh man. Fine, you're not really selling yourself here, Rage. I'll have the sanding underwear for my hot tub stream. When I do my hot tub stream. I need to start wearing my own merch too. My Hank Bud trucker hats and stuff. But it was fun. I'm going to do more poster art and more t-shirt art. I really like doing illustrations and stuff like that, so I'm going to do more of it when I get time. I'm kind of burnt out right now. I made a big push last week to get all that merch done for Friday, which I did. So now it's like I got to finish my guitars, but I keep talking about it, but it's all that's on my mind is getting my guitar brand up and running. So my own guitar brand, my own boutique guitar brand, which is an interesting thing to do. I don't know if it'll work. Hey, immersive sinner. What's going on, immersive sinner? If you guys don't know Immersive Sinner, you should give him a follow. He also builds guitars. Celebrating the Queen's birthday. Yes, is that what you were doing today? Our sovereign Queen Elizabeth II. That's very good of you, as you're a very good subject. Or her grandmother. Yeah. Great-grandmother. Was it her great-grandmother? It's Victoria Day, by the way. Who was Queen Victoria? I think it was her great-grandmother. Yeah. I believe Queen Elizabeth's grandmother, or no, maybe it was her mother. Queen Elizabeth is pretty old. It could have been her grandma. Yeah. Anyway, give Immersive Sinner a follow here. Oh, by the way, it was Immersive Sinner's son who did the where is it? Who did the this shirt here. This one. That was Immersive Sinner's son made this. Hank streams for the children because he cares. Oh, sorry, it's not. Why isn't it loading up? There we go. Sorry, it wasn't loading up. There we go. Yeah. It's pretty good. I paid 200 bits for that shirt design. This is the only piece of art that I didn't do myself. Yeah, he should start a Fiverr. Yeah, if you guys want more artwork by Immersive Junior, then you can talk to him. He took over Immersive Stream last month, and yeah, it was pretty good. Except Immersive was taking all the bits as a dad tax. Anyway, so support the children, because I care about the children. But what were you up to today, Immersive? What were you doing guitar stuff or were you gaming? I was on Immersive stream the other night. He was working on that acoustic. He was staining that acoustic guitar. Right now, I'm just inlaying a truss rod, which I've been doing for quite a while. You were gaming today, trying not to fall asleep. So I got this one. This one is almost ready to be sprayed. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the first coats of the clear coat gloss, glamour. The glamour gloss. So I'm getting very close. This one, I would like to have it done. I'm not going to rush it, but if I can get it done by the end of this month or early in June, it should be done within the next week or so. Maybe a little longer. We'll see how long the wet sanding takes. I'm using a 2K polyurethane, which only takes 24 hours to cure, which speeds up the process. So this one is very, very close. The neck is pretty much all done. I just have to polish the frets. It's good to go. I have to spray the neck as well. But this one is a Paduke. This is what I was pour filling. You can see it's all smooth now. So the less bumps and everything, the easier it will be to spray, because gloss needs to be flat, perfectly flat. Any little pores it can fill, but it just makes my life easier if it's pretty much flat. You need to lightly go over with a sanding block and sponge and some more colors to make the nebula like. Yeah, that's difficult. I've never really done those kind of burst kind designs before. They're tricky. It's tricky because you never really know how the wood is going to react, especially with a spruce top. You just don't know how it's going to absorb those colors. But anyway, that's what I got to get done. So, and then I got to get my store. Hey, Wergonic, thank you for that follow. Yeah, I think that's the thing is like maple is so much more dense. I think you have way more control with when you're doing a burst on maple as when you're doing a burst on a spruce. But it's looking interesting though. I think it'll look fine. If it looks dark, it just looks kind of rustic. I don't think it looks bad. It just looks kind of rustic, which I always kind of like those looks. But anyway, the next thing I have to do is I got all the merch up, which was a good step one. But it got me just like figuring out how to do the kind of e-commerce stuff, so I can set up my guitar side of things, which will be interesting. So I need examples of everything. So Immersive, I got a couple paint grade bodies of alder. I have three paint grade. So this one's going to be black. Do a black gloss on this one. I'll do a blue because Willie had a good idea and said, why don't you do that nice kind of sky blue, turquoise blue thing I was doing with my artwork. So, yeah, black and red. This one's going to be black and red. And then the other one will be pink because I always do pink guitars. And then the other one will be blue. So I'll do black, blue, and pink. I then I finally got Karen's basswood guitar out of the shop. Rage is going to send that to her, so the guitar that's going to get burned is out. And then there's just Rhino's guitar I need to do. So I got a bunch of stuff to do, a bunch of collaborative stuff that I'm kind of getting out of the way, and then I can focus on all my stuff. But it'll be a lot of spraying. It looks like June is going to be a lot of spraying, and with spraying, it means I'll also be doing a lot of sanding. Luckily, I have my patented sanding support underwear. They'll allow me to sand hour after hour with no chafing and lots of breathability. You know, it's just amazing. I highly recommend going to my merch store. If you have a month of sanding ahead of you, get some sanding support underwear. You won't regret it. August 9th is your 2-year streamiversary. That's crazy. That is crazy. Has it been 2 years? I'll be 2 years in September. The lockdown distorted time for me. Like, time is really bizarre. The last 2 years, I just don't really. I know stuff happened. It's not like time flew by, but it's also kind of like how much time went by is just surprising to me. Just keeps going on and on. Can you guys believe it? It doesn't just stop. It just keeps going on, and it's going to keep going on, regardless of whether I like it or not. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Gatalogic. I'm looking forward to seeing Karen burn that thing. I think that will be pretty inspiring. Various people have talked to me. I did one guitar burning collaboration with a local artist. I gave her a ukulele and she did design on, but this is like the first kind of like electric guitar kind of thing, which if you can't do something, just outsource it. Well, immersive, that's the thing. It's like, it's hard. It's hard to just grind and stay focused when you got a lot of stuff on the go. For me, I haven't had a lot going on during the lockdown. Like, I was kind of lucky. I had this shop. I think I made the most of it. Like, I kind of was in the right spot at the right time. I was in this shop with my friends. We were building guitars, and then the lockdown happened, and things just weren't the same. But luckily, I had a place to go every day, so I'm happy I've come out of this thing. Now things are opening up. I have something to show for my time that in here. Which I had all the resources with me, so, you know. Megan, how are you doing? Where are you, Megan? Are you in Thunder Bay? Did you make it? You used to teach mini painting. It's a patience hobby. You'll be there when you come back. Yeah. Yeah, miniature painting, I never got, like, I'm intrigued by it, but it was just one of those things where I'm just like, I could do it, but also I could be doing other things as well, you know? And that's the thing about miniature painting, is like, you really do it for yourself, you know? With guitars, you know, I can make a nice guitar and show everyone. there's only a handful of people when you do some really nice miniature painting. There's only a few people that you can show your Chaos Army to and be like, hey, check this out. You know, most people don't want to go into your room when you're like, hey, do you want to check out my latest Chaos Army that I painted up? And people are just like, not really, you know. So you really do it for yourself, which is why I appreciate miniature painting, because it's one of those things where it's like people just do it to excel at it and just be like, yeah, I want that for me, you know. Thunder Bay to Alberta. Did you like that? You like that Emmett video I made for you? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that was the lockdown, Gata logic, is a lot of people were just got back into their old hobbies and started doing it. And there was a lot of people who were like, yeah, I got time to paint my stuff now. You know? Like there was I wasn't aware that Twitch had all these things on it. I think a lot of people weren't aware that there was like all these, that there was even a maker section. So it was kind of good for that. It did bring a lot of people, like kind of a platform for your kind of, like guitar building is very niche. I was like, excuse me, I used to be the only one who cared about this. Yeah. Like, well, that's the thing. Same thing with guitars. Like, guitars are fairly niche as far as like guitar building. A lot of people weren't even aware that you could build custom guitars. They're just like, oh, I thought guitars came from factories, which is true. But I felt a big part of what we're doing on Twitch here is just kind of educating people on the possibilities of boutique guitars. And it's the same with the figurine stuff is unless you actually see those things, like you don't really come across that stuff unless you're part of the kind of miniature scene. But you're not going to just stumble along that accidentally, except on Twitch. Well, Megan, I'm glad you liked that video. I posted in the Discord. Anybody want to see the Emmett video? It's on my bench in the Discord. You can see what we're talking about. I took Emmett on an epic run through the forest. Yeah, well, that was kind of good. I think that was for the best, Gata logic. I know board games really took off. Like D&D, people got into D&D. A lot of people who weren't really aware of it got into that. And when you start getting into Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and all that, then you start getting into like the miniatures and all the other things that kind of come with it. So it has been kind of like a resurgence of those things, which has been kind of interesting. A lot of people picked up the guitar for the first time, or picked up the guitar for the first time in years and years. How is the drive, Megan? Can you see Emmett? Let me see if he's sleeping. He might be sleeping. Usually he's sleeping at this time before you go to bed. I'll see if I can get him. I would check out your Dark Eldar army, Tarisu. Okay. Where is Emmett? Oh, he's right here. Emmett. Let me get you some treats. Let's get some treats. We got treats. We got treats. We got treats. Okay, I'm bringing Emmett. We got Emmett. We got Emmett right here. Come here, Emmett. Okay. There he is. Okay, Emmett, sit. Good boy. There you go. Do you want another treat? He's getting treats for nothing. He should earn these treats. Okay, there you go. There you go, buddy. There you go. Yes. Yes. No, he doesn't do the paw thing. I haven't trained him to give a paw. He just parties. We just party. I don't train him nothing. We just party all the time. We run around like wild animals. Anyway, that's... It's a good thing for nail care, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta get his nails trimmed this week. I didn't have time last week, but I'm going to do it this week. Don't worry, Megan. No more. Just be feral animals. Oh, you want more. More Emmett? I gotta inlay this truss rod. Yeah, you don't tell Emmett how to party. Exactly. You want more, Emmett? Emmett! I have to get more treats. I have to get more treats for him. Okay, Emmett, come here. Let's get you some more treats. For nothing. For nothing. Okay. Now he's going to get all excited. More treats. Yeah, we got more treats. So, okay, Emmett. Okay. Okay, I'll give you more Emmett. Okay, come on. Come up here. Up. No, he just knows he has to sit for a treat. Look how good he is. He sits for the treats. Oh, come here. There we go. Anyway, Emmett is too smart for those games. Megan sent a bunch of those like food games for him, and he figures them out like really, really fast. Sit. Good boy. Oh, Emmett. Emmett. Yeah. Yeah. See, he's happy and well fed. You got him the easiest level. Well, it's too easy for his big brain. Okay, Emmett. One more. One more. Yeah, get him some harder ones. Oh, look at him. There he is. How are you doing, wolf collar? There we go. Look at that. There he is. The greatest dog ever. Yeah, it's like some of the dogs are good at it. Other ones, Emmett's a pretty smart dog. He figured him out. He uses his paws and stuff. So, anyway. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Just waiting for more treats. Can he wait? No, he can't. He can't wait. Look at his perfect tail. He's got a white tuft on the end of his tail, and then he has a white stripe after it. He just has perfect colorings. Yeah, he's just going to chill out there for now. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's the Aussies are pretty smart dogs, even though they're neurotic. They're pretty smart. So, he figured him out. He uses his paws to figure things out as well. Like he grabs things and pulls things and stuff. So, his dexterity is pretty good. The weight trains him that not everything on the floor is for his consumption, only if you say it's okay. That's actually a good one, because there's a lot of things on the floor in the shop that is not for consumption. That's actually a really good one. You don't eat it off the floor unless I say we eat it off the floor. That would be a good one for the shop. There's occasionally he's grabbed a few things that's like, no, you should not have that in your mouth. Yeah. Look, I told you before, it's easier for me to live like a dog than for Emmett to live by my standards. It's better for me to lower my living standards for him. And we just sleep on a pile in the floor, just like a pile of mess. We run around in the woods, eating whatever we find. It just works out better this way. I don't have to train him. I no longer have to fall under the harsh restrictions of modern society. I can be free now. Yeah, when Megan gets back, Megan will train him up real good. I have been training him. I've been maintaining. I'm just joking. I've been maintaining what you instilled in him. I'm not a dog trainer. I'm a guitar builder. Yeah. Who's Henry? I don't know who this Henry person is. Well, that's what you get for leaving him in my care. That's what you get. Everybody told you it was a bad idea. They're like, Hank doesn't know any responsibilities. All he cares about is guitars. He practically forgets to feed himself. How can you expect him to feed a dog and himself at the same time? I figured that out. We both just eat dog food. Easiest solution. I wish I had thought about it sooner. Okay, Megan, you have a good night and you have a safe drive tomorrow. We'll see you again. And when you get back, I'll make sure Emmett is safe and sound. Emmett is Megan's dog, by the way. That's why she comes on and demands that she sees him. She demands it. But you have a good night. Enjoy the smack talk. Milk bones for cereal at breakfast. Exactly. It's just easier that way. Anyway. Steaks are not dog food. I haven't sold a guitar this month. I'm not eating steak. But anyway. I almost have this one, this truss rod inlaid. Let's see how stupid high profile truss rods. I have to take out so much material. It's just outrageous. What is he getting into? Anyway, so I got big plans. Big plans. More merch. I'm going to do Don't Tell Me How to Party shirt as well. I have some other ideas. One of the things I want to incorporate, we will see, is I would like to bring in different musicians for different guitars, and instead of just doing a demo, like producing a song would be really cool, and then shoot a video with it. Again, I'm not quite at that point as far as resources go, but I might be able to scrape together one. Just stuff like that. Like, it's like, I might not be able to do this like right away, but it would be nice to have, what I'm trying to get in place is a certain, a certain infrastructure, a certain way of going about things that I think would be really cool. Oh, hey, Immersive, are you still there? I was thinking about Immersive was talking about custom guitar cases for his guitars, which is actually a good idea, because a lot of the generic cases, they don't really fit the guitars very well. They're very loose in there, unless you get like a gun case with the foam is usually the best way to do it. But here's what I'm thinking. For my high-end fashion guitar brand, Super Thing OSB. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going the other way. I am going to get alligator skin, like Gucci bags for my guitars. So it's like, oh, you want a case? That's like a $30,000 upcharge. I'm going insane. I'm going the like super high end exclusivity. You know who has money during a recession? Rich people. If they want a plastic case, they can buy it off Amazon. I'm going high end. You get basically a Gucci bag with your guitar. And the guitar is like worth more than the bag, and then it has a custom bag. That's what I'm going to do. Insanity. Pure insanity. That's Hank Couture right there. Now, I need someone to make me custom alligator skin guitar cases. You guys, get ready. Get ready. The Hank brand is going insane. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are going to witness. You know who inspires me for my design endeavors? Kanye West. Kanye West thinks big, and I'm going to think big as well. We both like to talk a lot of smack. As a fellow designer, I'm going to come up with some serious high-end luxury brand guitars. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, you're still impressed they sold those white t-shirts for so much? Yeah. Like, how much was he selling the white t-shirts for? You create a fervor. You create a fervor. That's what I got to do for my guitars. I'm going to be the Kanye West of guitar building. I'm already halfway there. I'm halfway there, but I'm not fully there yet. But I will be soon enough. Don't worry. Or maybe you should worry. But either way, I'm halfway there. Be worried if you want, or you can just be happy for me. But all I'm saying is it's about time. It's about time. 120 USD and they sold out. Yeah. That's... It's funny how some people will spend a lot of money to dress like a regular person. You know? My white t-shirt cost 120. My jeans cost 200, which is fine. So, exclusivity. Exclusivity is key, because that's how you do it. So if I can sell my guitars for 100 G's, that's $100,000. We call it 100 G's on the street. And then, so okay, let's break some numbers down here, right? So I sell my guitar for 100 grand. The case is 40 grand, and the proprietary hand wound strings are another 5. You know, like, what else can I upcharge on that? Custom plectrums, you know, things like that. Okay, I think I can sell a combo, a guitar custom bag combo for 150 G's. You know? I think I can. I believe I can. Just like Kanye West believed he could sell white t-shirts for $120. And he did. You know what the crazy thing is? Here's the crazy thing. Let me tell you the crazy thing. Is you can sell t-shirts for $120 US and make them in the US. But he still made them in like Southeast Asia in the same factories that Walmart makes their t-shirts. So it's kind of like, that's the ridiculous thing, is like, but anyway, this is where the Hank Bud brand is and where it's going. And you guys can be along for the ride. You can witness it. In fact, you probably should be around to witness it. It's kind of important. Somebody has to see this. See where it ends. Why buy Kanye West's t-shirt? You can buy one of my t-shirts with some custom artwork on it. And I think you'll really like it. I sell t-shirts now. That's the funny thing. Like when I was doing the merch store, I was like, "Oh, I'm selling t-shirts now." I thought I sold guitars, but now I sell t-shirts. Which I sold a few, like as in 3. And it's like, that's nice. But it does kind of, I don't know. It is kind of weird to like price things out. Like, what are things actually worth? That's the weirdest thing about doing custom guitars is like pricing it out. Like there's a certain price that I need to make it worth my while. But then it's kind of like, what does one price it out at? What are these things worth? And custom instruments have always been a status symbol. High-end custom instruments go back. Most of the really fancy instruments were commissions by noble people in like the 1700s. Yes. Luke, you understand how this game works. You understand it more than anyone. Reclaimed aprons. I've gone through so many aprons, you know. I go through one apron a stream. Do you know how bad my aprons stink after a stream? I'm just sweating so much. You can't see it, but it's just soaked and stinky. I have to throw them out. After each stream. That's why I had to make my patented sanding support underwear. But yeah, custom straps, custom guitar cases. Every single time, it bunches up in the same spot. Yeah, it's just slightly. I think what's happening is the plastic is like bunching up in there. That's what I think is happening. So Chevy made me a really nice custom strap, and that would be interesting. Even like getting away from the the kind of scammy side of it, it would be kind of interesting to do a full piece as like, I wouldn't do all my guitars like that, but I think I would do an art piece guitar like that, where it's like, it's a guitar, it's a case, it has a custom amp that matches, it has a custom strap, like it's just like a whole thing that's, you know, just a single piece. Again, I wouldn't, it's not like every single one of my guitars would be an art piece guitar, but it would be kind of interesting to do an art piece guitar. Or one, here's another interesting thing that I've seen people do, and these guitars go for about 20 grand. So there was this guitar, it was cut out of a single piece of wood, just this big slab of maple, I think. It was just a slab of maple, and they cut it out, and then they turned the slab of wood that the guitar was cut out of is the stand for the guitar. So you have it in the wood. So the whole guitar is a piece, is like a full piece with the piece of wood. And that thing was about 20 grand. And it's like, yeah, that's about right. Like the workmanship that went into that, it's like, yeah, that's about right. Like if somebody wants, and I met the guy who bought it. He bought one of Meredith's guitars years ago, and yeah, that's his thing. He's a guitar collector, you know, and that is a thing. Like if you make your guitars for collectors, that market exists because there are collectors, you know. Hey, Mac Baggins, thank you for that follow. It's kind of like when you make luxury automobiles, you're making them for a specific market. I saw a Lamborghini SUV the other day. I didn't even know Lamborghini made SUVs. That's how out of it. I'm just not much of a supercar guy. But I saw a Lamborghini SUV and I was just like, man, what's the point? And then I realized, oh yeah, the point is to let everyone know that you spent $250,000 on your SUV. Lamborghini SUVs, ridiculous looking. I was just like, what is that thing? Is that, hey, Zanzarzamin. Thank you for that follow. How are you doing, Zanzar? Okay, I think I got it down, but the plastic is like bunching up. I might just have to cut that off.